Yo, welcome to Off the Top. This is your boy Evo and your boy Mac Dorilla.
Yo.
And today we're going to get into a couple interesting topics. I ain't going to talk y'all head off today, bro. We're going to get to some real shit. And this is a strong topic for me because of how I personally feel about this topic. First of all, I'm a strong believer in not fucking voting for who your mama vote for. Vote for who your granny vote for, who y'all always vote for, who the state vote for. Like, if you don't know shit about the candidate, if you don't know why you going to vote, don't wake your ass up at 6 and all these fucking outrageous ass times that they be having to fucking polls up for you to go vote. Fucking losing time from work, losing sleep, all this shit, and you don't even know what the fuck you're doing. Putting somebody into office who fucking like. I hate to say his name, but Bobby Jindal took money from fucking, all these schools down here in Louisiana. And ultimately, it was because of the people that voted for him. And they was uninformed on his actual, his morale versus his campaign. He had a nice ass campaign. I ain't gonna lie, it was dressed up, but.
Yeah, it's pretty much if you're gonna vote, do it right. If you're gonna do anything, do it right. Like, don't, even if we tell you something, you know what I'm saying, go out there and research it, you know what I'm saying? Go do your math and know what you about to do, because things like that make changes. And you don't want it be a change that doesn't benefit you, nor the people around you that you care about, loved ones and friends, and you don't want it to be a generational thing either. That's what we're trying to break it out.
Definitely. So I got one question for you, and see if you're gonna get it. It's a question that we got in for this topic, and if you had to guess, which one was the most important? Which to vote for? Would you pick federal or state? That's a question that we got.
Hit us up in the comments. Let us know, what y'all think.
I'm going to repeat that one more time. If you had to vote as far as what's going to benefit you, just to get a little bit more in depth, which one is going to affect you more immediately? Something that you're going to be able to see, something that's more tangible with as far as the candidate and their policies that they can, influence and, set while they're in office.
And you figure that out, then you know who to vote for, and you know that, and you'll have a better understanding and have a more fulfillful feeling that you made the right choice.
Definitely. Next, we're gonna get to the bucket list. Now, this is Matt's topic.
Yeah, it was just a random topic I thought in my head, but I mean, into more depth into it. I'm pretty much saying, like, bucket lists are things that when we get to a point in life, it may be old age, might be a moment of clarity that we had, overcoming illness or anything like that.
Baby mama drama.
Yeah, something that happens in your life that's a moment, and you think, like, okay, am I living my life to the fullest? And if so, if not, what are the things that I want to do in life? And should you do it? And when I say should you do it, like, is it a point where stuff like that goes overboard? You know what I'm saying? Like, do I have to go to Egypt? Do I have to go to Venice and eat whatever Venice serves? What is it, Greece?
What, Venice? They probably got some nice ass fucking some nice ass pasta or something.
Yeah, it's like Italy and shit, huh?
Yeah.
See, I don't even know what the fuck Venice. I guess that's why you should go. But I mean, I don't even.
But that's a whole city on water, though. Like, I feel what you're saying. Like, you shouldn't. On one hand, I agree with you. On one hand, I don't. You should never step outside of your means to, fulfill yourself with no bucket list. If you can't afford it, don't fucking do it.
Yeah, all right. Yeah,
But if you at the end of your lifespan and you acquired a bunch of wealth, I don't feel like you should still be chasing wealth. You should be more so chasing the experience of life itself.
Okay.
So seeing these places and
you cleaned it up.
But if you didn't, just that's what I said. I do agree with you. If you didn't work hard enough in that first part of your life to where you can afford to go to fucking Venice, then no, nigga, you stay your ass in Baton Rouge.
Yeah. I mean, you said it right. Like, it wasn't even more of on disagreeing or arguing. Like, you really just cleaned what I set up and put in more depth into it. Like, that's exactly where I was coming from. Like, if you broke and you or I ain't gonna say broke, but you know that financially you cannot do these certain things like that. You know, I say become more comfortable with enjoying simple things.
Right.
And even now, even if you have money, still be more comfortable in enjoying simple things. Like, cause the simple things is what really gonna last. Right. More than me going there or me like going to that place, cause it's gonna be like I went to that place. But within that place, what did I experience? You know what I'm saying? What did I see? I saw flowers. I saw how the water was. You know what I'm saying? The water was clear. You know what I'm saying? Just the air. You know, things like that. Instead of like the actual like, all right, I'm going to Vegas, so I'm going to the casino. Then you know, with the whoop,
you ain't experiencing nothing.
Okay, doom. When you after that
come back, you can't even tell a nigga, is it snowy out there? Like nigga, you don't even know. Yeah. You ain't experienced none of that shit.
Like, how did you feel? So,
niggas gonna be paying attention. But like you said, they don't take time. People don't take time to enjoy the simple things no more. Like, why niggas don't read?
Like, bringing us into our next segment.
Like, you know what I'm saying? This is our next topic. Why do people not read anymore? Like, why is nobody reading today? When I was a fucking child, my mama used to make me read like if you say a word wrong and you smelling your ass, like the old people say, meaning you know doing some shit a child shouldn't do, and you say a word that's too grown for you, mama make you go fucking read the whole dictionary, nigga, and write it down, every definition, nigga, until she feel like, nigga, you be writing this shit until your birthday come.
Shit.
Like,
I remember like what got me on reading really. AR, them AR points.
Bruh.
Like, I remember I was the only nigga in my class that even had points. I'm talking about it can't, like, at the end of the week, I think it was like 2 weeks, they'll, probably at the end of the week, the teacher will announce your AR points. And who had the highest AR points in the class. So, I was the only, excuse the text. But I was the only guy in the room that even had I was the highest, lowest point. Only person that even read. I used to read the Harry Potter books, trying to get the big AL point the 50 points.
The big ass cheating ass.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, points or whatever. But they put me on a lot of classics like Animorphs, Lemony Snicket.
Talk about it, Hunger Games.
Yeah, shit like that, and those books really expanded my imagination and my creativity. Cause I wouldn't know that shit, and I feel like books. You also help your mind.
Your mind expand.
Yeah, cause you practice on the little voice in your head. Cause like I know when I'm reading, I read it in my head, and it's a voice. I can either change the voice of the people while I'm reading, or I can have like one set narrator. But just that whole process of you doing that shit, it's a training of everything. Of everything, because you could take that same aspect of you reading or changing your voices within your head and really think better. Like, okay, now I can really formulate stuff in my head better because I'm used to using my mind.
That's why I was telling the chick, like we was arguing about it, was going back and forth, and I ain't gonna lie, this sister, she's smart and she got her views about things, but at the same time I have mine. So we was going back and forth and we was sharing, and I was telling her, like, you know, either we were saying how it all started. Basically, she was saying, well, dudes read in jail a lot. She was like, men don't read. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I was telling her I read a lot, and she was trying to make a joke of it. Like, no, men don't read until they go to jail. I'm like, well, shit, I never been to jail. I kind of took it offensively. I'm like, I never been to jail. None of my uncles ain't been to jail. Like, you know what I'm saying? All black men don't go to jail. Like, so she was like, yeah, but that's the only way they really read or whatever. And I was trying to tell her the point I was trying to get to was, if you read books when you're young and you just do it as a regular civilian, it's gonna help your mind expand, and it helps you deal with the extremes and the lows of the reality that you live in versus the books. It's gonna help you I can't say the word correctly, differentiate. I think that's how you say it, but between the two. And basically what I was trying to tell her, I was like, shit, I read now, so I don't have to read, you know what I'm saying, then. I don't gotta read as much as them niggas read now. Cause they got,
they gotta catch up.
Yeah, they got they gotta catch up, and they got nothing but time now. I got time, but I got obligations too, because I've lived a healthy life. So I don't know what she talking about, but
the thing I hate about that though, about being a person that does read, that when somebody see you reading, they be like, "Yo, you read?"
Yeah, it's like
nigga, what?
Like, what you doing? Like, you on some shrimp ass shit or something?
Yeah, I don't know why black people do that, dog.
Like, it's disrespectful, nigga. You want to learn?
And I ain't trying to change the subject, but I mean, but that's just a clue of how subjugated we are subliminally, like
as a people,
like on some just simple shit, like degrading, not bringing one's up. I said that all fucked up. Not bringing everybody up that around you, or like a lot of likeness. Just all this stuff like that, subliminally, and simple things that we do, and that they'll pass down from generation and generation that we do, and
that's not just for black people. That's for white people. That's for Asian people. It's for all people. It's whether people like it or not. All of us have some part of our making, and some parts of our mentality, and the way our mannerisms form to the way we handle ourselves, that come from a foundation that was built way before us. And this shit is a cycle. It's passed down generational. Like, even if you don't like how your mama raised you, in turn, that's going to create a type of person who raises another person another type of way because of the situation before. Like, all of it is a cycle. And it's just real deep because, nigga, I used to go to school and I played strings. Like I told you, I played like 7 different instruments. And I used to come home with a fucking violin, but I'm living in Brookstown, so niggas used to be like you said, like, nigga, you want to learn that? Like, nigga, you got a violin? What the fuck is that? Like, I'll pull that bitch out. Then, everybody say, well, play that shit then, nigga. You know how niggas is. I play this shit. This nigga's like, oh, this nigga can really play this shit. Like, then they was, like, amazed on some shit.
Yeah. And I'm glad you made that point. Because I wish what I'm about to say now, I wish I had that in my mind in those moments. When you find yourself in that moment when, like, nigga, you read? Yeah. Or whatever you doing that's not in the usual form that everybody else is doing. You that's your opportunity right there. To show you what you got and your skills
to the world.
You know what I'm saying? And put them on. That's the purest moment of ignorance in a good way. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't take it bad, like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you know, they might be making fun of you because a lot of people make fun of you out of the insecurity they self. He really want to learn.
He really want to learn.
He like, man, what the fuck? This little nigga younger than me. What the fuck?
Or he reading. He reading in front of everybody. Shit, I wanted to read in front of everybody too, but I felt like shit. I would have been lame or something. You know, nah, man. that's your opportunity right there to showcase what you got and hopefully spread influence